This is my Dracoslayer deck profile. Now, I just recently posted a video of Dracoslayer showing off a combo that I've been using with it, and this is the deck profile for it. Now, you can do that combo in pretty much any build of Dracoslayer, but this is the one that I run. I wanted to maximize consistency. I took out a lot of the gimmicky cards. I think it's pretty good. So, all right. So first, play 3 copies of Luster Pendulum, just mandatory. 2 copies of Master Pendulum. This one's pretty good. You gotta play 2 just in case you draw it with Luster. Sometimes you just have to pop it. 3 copies of Ignis Phoenix, and for the rest of them, 3 copies of Power Load, 3 copies of Majesty's Pegasus. That's pretty standard. If you've played Dracoslayer at all, that's more than likely what you're already playing. 3 copies of Revolution Dragon. Card's insane. Searcher for your combo starter. Extender. Not once per turn. This card is crazy. 3 copies of Bumbuku. I do see some lists playing 2 Bunbuku. I personally play 3 because Majesty Pegasus plus Luster Pendulum's full combo. Majesty Pegasus plus a lot of other cards is just full combo. It doesn't matter if you draw it alone or with this. It's still crazy. So, yeah, 3 Bunbuku. Then for more generic Pendulum monsters, we play 1 Astrograph Sorcerer. Just an extender for when cards get destroyed. Why not? 1 Amorphage Sloth. Sloth is kind of crazy. And in that combo video I posted, I showed why Sloth is so good. 1 Arch Phoenix Centric. There are some floodgates you just can't out, and even though Mystic Mine is gone, you still kind of have to play this. Like, if your opponent flips Rivalry or goes in, you kind of need this because you don't play an out for those cards other than this. So, yeah, 1 Eccentric. Then the 3 mandatory cards, Monkey Board, Joker, and Odd Eye Synchron. These cards are all godly. Play 1 of each. I mean, I don't really think you need more than 1 of those in this build. If you're playing the Odd Eyes Arc build, then you would play 2 Joker, but just 1 Joker. Alright, and then now this is where my deck becomes a little different. So we play 3 Lubellion, 3 Magnamood, and a Druid's Worm. So this has some insane synergy with the deck. Especially because most times you're searching your Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon in the combo, so you're just putting a light in graveyard to banish when you draw your Lubellion. It's really good. Yeah, I think Lubellion in itself does a little bit more than Fenrir, so that's kind of what this is over, playing Lubellion instead of Fenrir. But being able to pitch it, search Druid's Worm, summon Druid's Worm, tribute Druid's Worm to send a card, and then set up Beast to tribute the Lubellion to pop a card is just beautiful for playthrough. Like, come on, it's godly. Then for some one-off spells, we have Reinforcements of the Army, Called by the Grave, 1 Necro Valley, Sky Iris, and then 2 Charge for the spells. I mean, Rhoda searches your warrior. That card's insane. You play 6 copies of Pegasus and 6 copies of Ignister Phoenix. So ideally, you want to have 6 copies of Pegasus and 6 copies of Luster Pendulum. So you want as many Ignis Phoenix as you can have. So Rhoda, Called by the Grave for hand traps. Necro Valley's auto win against a lot of decks. Sky Iris is good against the decks that Necro Valley isn't. And then Charge. Charge is godly. Yeah, Power Load's insane. Just Charge. And then 1 copy of Branded Beast. Obviously, I mentioned it earlier with the Lubellion. Cards busted, just breaks 2 boards. Alright. Then for the extra deck, for the Synchros, 2 copies of Ignister Prominence, Baron, Tilting Entrainment, standard. For your Xyz, play 1 Baguska, 1 Paladin, and then 1 Dweller. In the combo that I showed, we dropped Dweller, but most of the time you're probably gonna end up going for Baguska. Dweller is really only good when you're playing against tier, where Baguska is better against everything else. And then when you have Baguska with Radic Seal, those don't conflict. Your Dinister Power doesn't conflict with them because it still protects Sloth. Seal still plays it. So most of the time you're probably going to go on the Baguska, but Abyss Dweller's, it auto wins against tier, so you do that board. But and then obviously the Dinister Power. Then for the Link monsters, 1 copy of Zelantis, 1 Unicorn, 1 Celine, Gloomy, 2 Beyond, and 1 Heradic Seal. There are a few cards I kind of want to fit in here. I kind of want to throw in Access Code Talker, but I don't really see the room. I could probably cut Unicorn for Access Code Talker, so that's a flex spot. Unicorn comes up a lot, but Access Code's kind of crazy, but yeah. And that is it for this Dracoslayer deck profile. This deck is honestly one of the craziest decks that I've played in a long time. I consistently been going undefeated at locals, have a regional coming up next month. Will more than likely play this. I don't see what else I would play. So I'll keep you updated. Depending on if I change it, I may post an updated deck profile. And depending on how I place at the regional, I'll let you know. All right, thanks for watching.